Welcome back to The Pan with Bobby and Dan. Another beautiful week. It's been so long. I feel like I haven't done a podcast in a week because it's been a week. Funny how that works. I am the one talking right now, and my name is Dan, and I am the host of said podcast, aka the Frying Pan Podcast. And in a different area, not next to me right now, is co-host and good friend of the show.
Oh, hi! It's me, not next to Dan. Just kidding. I'm actually not next to Dan, and I'm also very far away from Dan.
Yes.
I'm not home. Or I'm at home. No, I'm doing this on the go. We're in the car.
I'm on a train to Busan right now. I simply must go right now. I cannot keep talking.
Anywho, yeah, we're recording this not in the same room, unfortunately. I don't get to see Dan's beautiful face as he's formulating these wonderful sentences.
It's me. I'm doing it. You also can't see my beautiful no-having hair head. I'm bald, almost.
Yeah, Dan shaved his hair, guys. And I mean, shaved it off.
Yeah, if you've ever seen a picture of me, my hair came down to my chin, and it's gone because it was basically, because I've dyed it so many times, it's basically hay, and it did not feel good trying to comb it or wash it.
So long story short, Dan's bald from now on.
Yep, and I will be forever. If I ever start growing hair and you see me, you have to kill me, because if I grow hair again, I'll be too strong. So,
do you plan to keep your hair short?
We'll see what the days bring.
Mess around with a different hairstyle, like a short hairstyle. You should do the cop cut.
I might fuck around with a just straight bald, like taking a razor and a blade and shaving my head. You know
all right, Professor X, chill out.
Hey man, I can walk. Fuck you. A little insensitive to your part, but it's fine. I'm not worried about it.
To fucking whom?
To whom it may concern. Anywho, not the best time in the world lately, as you and I both know.
What do you mean? Well, okay. The reason why we're not doing the podcast together is because we're quarantined. No, we're not quarantined. We just don't feel like traveling when the state's pretty much what? They're just hey, you can't do anything, and we're all right, we can't do anything.
Well, I mean, everything in the state is closed, essentially. I mean, you still go to your local grocery store, but you will find not too much of supplies, or if you do find them, there will be a big line for you to wait in.
And and a mini boss you'll have to fight.
Guarding the paper towel and the toilet paper. If you try to take one, you must kill them in order to receive the paper.
Yeah, essentially, it's like Mortal Kombat every time you walk down the toiletry aisle.
Yeah. I would compare it more to a Dark Souls, the toilet paper at the end of the aisle, and you have to fight your way through the ads and shit, and then you get to the boss at the end. Yep.
All right, fair.
And it's normally your reward is the soul of that person in Dark Souls, but in this case, it's 2-ply, which is pretty good. They're pretty equivalent, but
you ever just go extra and get the premium extra ply? It's 3-ply or 4-ply.
No, it's honestly not worth it. I mean, coming from a man who has used 1-ply for a good portion of his life and has accidentally put fingers in his butt from it. A little TMI. People get that, right? That's a normal thing. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not gonna confirm nor deny that. I'm just gonna let you. I'm gonna let you hang on that one.
Okay, Mr. Privileged 3-ply. I didn't even know there was 3-ply. To be quite fair. So.
I don't even know what they consider it. All I know is it's super soft, and every time I use it, I feel extra.
Yeah.
However, toilet paper is toilet paper at the end of the day, and there's a shortage because of the coronavirus.
I was gonna say, not in this climate. It's kind of a new form of currency. I actually saw something of there was a family upselling hand sanitizer, and they bought $70,000 worth of it. And they made $100,000 off it, so.
I want to say, hey, that's pretty scummy of you. But then, Really, that's kind of how our market works. Like, how much do you think it actually costs to make an iPhone? How much do you think it actually like? Okay, so people would be like, all right, so it's a product like an iPhone, you can get away with that. This guy was doing it to hand sanitizer. That's not cool. We need that right now because the pandemic. What about what about when we manufacture insulin for like $5 a tube and we sell it for $600? Is that not principally the same thing?
No, because it's not like he's making the hand sanitizer.
I mean...
I mean, first off, it's illegal, so there's that aspect of it. I mean, I get what you're saying of...
that's because he got shut down for price gouging, but I'm saying, like, he was just using a business model that other corporations in our country already use. So, yeah. He is a dick. He is a dick, considering he's capitalizing on a fucking pandemic. However, it's not like he's the only dick doing that.
True, but it's still not good. Two wrongs don't make a right at the end of the day, Robert. That's what my mom always told me.
Well, I was simply trying to make the case that possibly this big wrong isn't that wrong. I don't know. Because there's two sides of it for me.
Okay. You were entitled to that, and I will let you have that.
Thank you, Dan.
You are my friend.
More
you are my friend! Sorry.
Yeah, it's one of those days. God,
it really is. Like
$30,000 profit on hand sanitizer. That's fucking crazy.
It's kind of nuts. I mean, all I know is it's kind of shitty because like there's literally nothing else to talk about. Like you got to deep dive if you want to try and find something like positive, and if you do, it still is going to tie back to Corona.
Oh my god, you're so right, because like I found a positive article, and then halfway through it switched talking about how it was positive during the Corona outbreak.
I know, it's so sad, and it's like, all right, well, I had a little checklist of things I wanted to get all out of the way in terms of coronavirus. First off, all like major events are closed, and that's kind of shitty. Like NBA suspended their season, like all major sports suspended their seasons and shit, and that's stinky.
Even hockey suspended their season,
and they're tough. They hit each other. The only sport that does it.
You're right. I remember full contact baseball back in Little League.
Oh my god, I wish. Like, dude, we've had that conversation before of like how to make baseball more entertaining, and it's always like you have to peg the people to get them out or whatever.
Oh my god. You're right. It's actually funny how often we talk about just turning baseball into a blood sport for our entertainment.
Because I mean, it's so boring, man. Like little me loved baseball. It was my favorite thing in the world. But goddamn, it's boring. It's so boring.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah, but anyways, all those things are closed. A lot of states are closing like bars and restaurants and shit, and it's good. They're trying to limit like people gathering to below, I think they want it below 50, yeah. In like public places. I don't know, shit's scary, so don't be an idiot. And that leads me to my next thing is I saw a couple days ago there was like a sky cam of people like spring breaking in Miami because it's spring break for a lot of colleges right now.
Hell yeah, baby! We're on spring break,
and that's such just like an insensitive, selfish thing to do, man. Like, also, like,
see, I don't really support that use of the vocabulary there.
How would you?
Selfish and insensitive is.
I mean, how isn't it?
It's not like they're doing it to spite people, to be quite fair. Like, all I'm trying to say is ignorance goes a long way, and if you can't convince someone that it's a big enough issue, they're gonna go do what they're gonna do anyways, right?
I mean, that's still the same.
All I'm saying is flights to Miami right now are $61. So, I don't know, Dan, do you want to go spring break in Miami with me?
But okay. Well, the thing is, it's a fuck ton of people in the ocean, fuck ton of people on the beach and shit like that. Like, you don't know who has what, and you don't know who's carrying what, and people themselves don't know who's carrying what. And it's like, that's just how pandemics keep spreading, is by not fucking like quarantining yourself or like keeping to yourself. Like, I just don't understand the mindset of it. I think it's very, like, selfish and sensitive to think that, like, oh, it doesn't matter to me. Because that's mostly what it is. People like, oh, it won't affect me. And it's like, that's fine. You're still young. But old people fucking die because their immune system is bad, bad, not good. And some people who are that age don't have good immune systems. So it's bad, bad, not good again. It's frustrating to me.
I mean, I agree. I mean, they are essentially just like becoming patient zero for a lot of people once they do go back home.
And it's, well, that's the thing is, like, it's, I feel like it's such like an easy thing to understand, though, that an airborne illness that is classified as a pandemic will spread through the air in people, and people meeting people creates more problems. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a big old dummy, I guess. Maybe I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I mean, like I said, it all comes down to like how easily someone can just be like kind of skip over the fact of how big this pandemic really is.
I mean, that's the whole thing about it. I don't know. And then my last thing was my Stop and Shop looked like a war zone, and it was terrifying. But it was actually.
How are your toilet paper stocks, Dan?
I got poo-poo paper. I definitely got poo-poo paper.
All right, good. I don't know if anyone else has had this that's listening, but you can't find toilet paper literally anywhere for some reason.
No.
I see. I never made the connection because there is no connection with coronavirus to like dysentery or something. Like, I don't know why people are like, yes, I need a surplus of the TP.
It's just kind of fucking everybody, though. Like, I that was the thing. Like, that was my big gripe of like when it was first going around and people are stocking up. Like, everyone's first thought was toilet paper, and I was like, yeah, if you're quarantined, I get it, but I don't know how much toilet paper people use, but I don't think they need like 64 rolls for maybe a couple months.
You know, I've never tracked my own TP usage, so I have no clue how much or little I go through.
I know personally it's like we buy like a 6-pack. I like how a 6-pack of toilet paper. You buy a 6-pack, but buy like 6-pack, that's good for like a month. And that's fine. So if I had 64, right, I'd be good for about a year.
You know, I kind of wonder, like, what if once this all blows, I don't want to say blows over, but kind of peters out, I think there's going to be people with just garage full of toilet paper. They're just like, well, guess I don't have to buy toilet paper for the next few years.
I think it's going to be like, they like walk out to their garage and they like need a new roll of toilet paper, and they see that they have like 120 rolls, and they're like, well, I guess I planned ahead, so I won't need it for a while.
Meanwhile, they're just bitter because they spent $350 on toilet paper.
True. I was really confused on what that noise was. I didn't realize the bot was still in here.
Yeah, it actually jump scared me. I was like, please don't tell me that our Discord went down.
That happened yesterday. I was very confused. But
yeah,
enough depressing news, because I found an article on how to not get depressed during times like this. Bobby, and you and me, we're gonna not be depressed during times like this.
You know, I've developed my own plan on how to stay sane during this time. However, I'm interested to hear what this article has to say about it, Dan.
Well, a lot of this article is centered around, you want to get into some meditation, you know?
Okay, well, you lost me.
I think meditation's actually really helpful.
I do too. I just don't have the meditation's actually a lot more mental practice than I think I've ever realized. And then once I realized that, I just kind of wrote it off instantly.
That's reasonable. I did that at first, but then I kind of actually gave it a fair try, and it's very helpful actually. It's very useful. A lot of his meditation, finding new hobbies is also good. So if you're interested in, picking up an instrument, you really want to work on that thing, that little side project you've been wanting to, you can get into that now because you got time. And then another one was something about changing how you act or whatever. And I was like, it's kind of interesting, but
Yeah, it's a bit de-addict, isn't it?
And I'm like, that one's kind of like weird, whatever. Well, I mean, there's always the classics of just get comfy under a blanket and find new Netflix shows to binge, and then get depressed when they end. But then just make sure you have a lot on deck to, carry that post-show depression over.
Hell yeah, I vibe with that. I would like to add my own thing in. Read some books. Read some books.
I don't know, Bobby. I don't know if that one's gonna fly.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've now discovered a new technology when it comes to reading.
Okay.
I can reread a book that I've already read, stoned, and it's a different effect.
I'm glad we always come back here.
It's a lot harder, but it yields a different effect.
I would also imagine this depends on what genre book you're reading, because I think.
Oh yeah. Oh. I don't think I can read like a horror. I've been reading fantasy like this. So
yeah,
you're right.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like fantasy is really good. If you wanted to do nonfiction, I think like philosophy, that'd be probably pretty crazy.
Ooh, could you imagine that? Like, you get halfway through and then you zone out on an existential crisis for like an hour. That'd be good.
You would probably come out a better person after that experience.
Maybe.
I have been taking it up to read more as well. I have been reading a book on like being introverted, on how to be it's like an outgoing introvert. There's a specific name, but I do not know it off the top of my head.
Are you just talking about for the book or like the outgoing introvert thing?
Well, no, I just don't know what the word is to describe it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I know there is a term, but I do not know it.
Yeah, it's like fucking ambivert or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like in the middle, but that's been good. It's a good read. I've been trying to like get back to learning piano and like learning songs, but goddamn, I am so lazy.
I feel that, because like when you said like one of the tips is pick up a hobby, learn a new instrument, I literally turned around and I just eyed my piano, eyed my ukulele, and I'm like, maybe I should really go back to learning those.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's when you get into a routine of doing shit and like it doesn't fit in like easily to that routine, it's very like, I mean, I'll never get to it. I'm so busy. I don't have time.
In reality, you're just on your 4th YouTube video in a row that you don't even care about.
You're wondering how pastry chefs make gourmet dumplings or fucking like Twinkies. You're like,
don't you dare knock on Claire from the Bon Appetit Test Kitchen. Those videos are masterpieces.
Oh, I'm not knocking it, but you can't deny that that's like a deep dive. Like, you watch one, you're gonna watch a lot.
Oh, if you watch one, you're selling your soul, really.
Yeah. Anything cooking, I just get sucked into.
Anything food related that's like normal. Freaking, I'll go from Bon Appetit to like watch Sean Evans eat spicy food with random celebrities, then to Gordon Ramsay yelling at people.
Yeah. I know there's that one dude who he cooks like very over the top, extremely large portions of shit, and while he's doing it, he's like only smiling at the camera, and I hate that. I hate that guy so much.
That is weird. Do you oh my god, what was that YouTube channel way back in the day when YouTube was good? That like they would make those crazy, disgusting, heart attack inducing foods. Epic Meal Time. Yeah. Do you remember them?
Of course I do. Fucking, what was his name? Harley Mornstein or something?
Dude.
He was the main dude.
They would just get so much meat and cheese and throw it together and then just have fucking B-rolls of them just eating like animals.
It was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting.
And like middle school me was like, oh, that's so cool. Look at how much bacon's there. Oh my god.
Well, that was the thing. Every video was like, and we're going to deep fry it. And it wouldn't be an epic mealtime video without bacon.
3 pounds of bacon.
Yeah, a child size of bacon.
And then some gay bacon, as they called it, because this was before, like, it was not okay, and that's when they would put like the sugary like airhead strips on it. Oh my god, middle school me was like, peak comedy, gay bacon.
Yeah, it's much simpler times, I say.
Yeah, Jesus.
But that's fine.
How did we get here? How did we get here? YouTube.
Well, it was...
Watch YouTube while you're quarantined.
You can, yes. Well, yeah, just pick stuff you like and watch it. I myself...
Have you, like, made... Well, okay, so I know, like, you said over the weekend, like, the quarantine doesn't really affect you that much recently, besides, like, now the gym you can't go to, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So how do you think, like, how do you personally feel now that, like, the few things that you, like, hold yourself to get out of the house, you really can't do that much anymore? Like, do you feel more trapped than you did before, or are you still kind of just meh about it?
I mean, I'm pretty meh about it just because I am a very, like, homebody person as it is, so I don't... Like, I remember... Or not I remember, but when I was younger, I had my parents buy me, like, a barbell set. So that's in my parents' basement, so if I ever want to go work out, I can just go there. So I have an alternative. But if I didn't have that, then I'd be kind of upset. Because I don't know. Like, going to the gym is very... Like, it makes me feel like I'm doing more with myself. Like, even if I don't have a great workout, I still feel like I did something. So that's always nice.
Yeah, it's a stress reliever. It's a sense of accomplishment. It's like, it's one of those things that, like, society says you should do. So when you do it, regardless of how good it is, you're like, yay, I did that thing.
Pretty much. But, no, to be honest, it's not too big of a deal to me. It's just very, like, I don't know. It's very alarming of how big of a deal shit is. And, like, I don't know.
Well, okay, I saw a kind of a great quote pertinent to this, and I'm probably going to butcher it. I couldn't even tell you who it's by, but, like, we'll never be able to know if we overreacted and overprepared, but in the end, we'll definitely be able to tell if we underreacted and underprepared.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I can get behind that notion.
Yeah, so, like, I feel you. Like, I feel like it's kind of blowing out of proportion in some aspects. However, like, I can't fault people for really going to the nines over something like this, because you really can't tell. At least from our perspective. I
mean, that's the thing, is, like, I don't fault anybody for going, like, overboard. I fault people who, like, buy out all the fucking toilet paper so other people can't.
Yeah, but, see, the human decency thing still has to be there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean,
it's not the purge.
No, exactly. Like, people aren't going to get, like, shot for it.
Exactly. Well, all I'm saying is catch me on the news looting GameStop.
Oh, you could do better.
Well, maybe not. Reggie's on the directing board. Call back to last episode.
That's true. I mean, that's the thing. I couldn't disappoint Reggie like that. I just don't have it in me.
It's okay. I'm sure if you leave a note saying, Reggie, it's not your fault, he'll be like, all right, you're good, man. You're good.
You're excused. I will say a couple things I'm looking forward to is Friday. Because Friday, we got Animal Crossing. That's coming out. I'm very fucking excited for that. And then Doom Eternal comes out. And I've just recently got excited for that. And that'll be a good way to kill time.
That's definitely true. Maybe I'll play some single-player games.
Yes, you will do that. Definitely. Are you the type of person where you feel like you have no problem being quarantined, or are you going to be, like, going out with friends? You know what I mean?
Okay, so it's like a yes and a no, because I'm also feel like I'm a homebody. I'm very comfortable at home. If I have nothing to do at home, I'll find stuff to do and just kind of go from there. But I really, like, I feel like I'm only comfortable doing that normally because I know I have the option to do other stuff, if that makes sense. So now that the options are kind of getting taken away, I do kind of feel more uneasy. Like, I don't feel like I'm not going to see my friend. Like, I'm just not going to go out and do stuff. So I'll still, like, go out for a night drive or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm not too worried about it. I'm not like, God, man, I'm missing all the parties over spring break. You know, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I'm depressed that I'm still working, so, you know, say if this does increase, I'll probably just get fucking corona.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I guess not, because you work a job that kind of has to be open, I guess.
Long story short, I'm a hero.
You are a lifesaver, and if you do not get a gold medal for whatever you do at the end of this, I'll be very disappointed.
Well, thank you, Dan. I'm more an unsung hero than anything,
Yeah, no, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
God.
It's kind of like not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah, I wear a name tag with my
Yes.
name on it.
What does it say?
Well, actually, one of mine just says Roberto on it for some reason.
That's good. I didn't know if you were gonna. I didn't know if you had like a superhero name ready.
Do I have a superhero name ready? No, I feel like I'd be a type of hero that my name would just be like a basic ass word or just straight up my name.
Well, then, no hero. Okay, superheroes don't have like their name as a. So they gotta have their secret identity.
All right, it's my nickname. I'm just gonna hit him with a. I'm Donnie.
You're Brunk.
I'm Brunk. You're right.
I know I am. I just have
God,
to
it's
say
such a gross nickname.
I love it. I love calling you just anything that begins with a B and sounds just like not good on the ears.
Right, that is true, because like it started off as things kind of close to Bobby with a B, but then it just completely digressed into just, oh, what up, Blippy? It's like, huh?
Yeah, well, it was like, hey, Brobble, and then it was like, hey, Brunk, and then it was, hey, Broogie, and it's just slowly devolving, because I think that's just me as a person. I'm slowly devolving. Like, I could be like a Benjamin Button situation, but I just don't know yet. But it's neither here nor there, I guess.
Neither here nor there.
I don't know. While you people out there being quarantined, you can always just re-listen to every episode of this podcast that we've ever put out. That's probably a great way to kill time. We have about 73 hours worth of content.
Probably about.
That's 3 days.
No, more. We have way more than that, actually.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, of listenable, I guess. No, it's because
we've had some hour 15s. We had a 2-hour episode and like didn't we have like a 2.5-hour one once?
I don't think all 2.5 hours made it in, but yeah, we've definitely done shit like that. So re-listen to all the episodes of the podcast because you love us and you want to hear our just wonderful voices again. But try not to get depressed. Easier said than done. Unless you're dealing with it already, then that sucks. But we be here with you.
True.
Do you like that sentence? We be here with you.
It didn't hit my ears wrong until you said it the second time.
Yeah, it's just not good. Another thing a positive thing from this whole pandemic was obviously Italy. Not in the best of shape because everyone there's kind of really old and it's not going too well.
I thought that's not where you were going at all. I was like, you know what? I thought you were gonna say. So you know what positive about this? Italy, kind of not doing so hot. Like I thought that was the positive.
All right, good news, Italy. Everyone's dead, but like it's fine because we can just move there. No, there's been a lot of videos coming out of people like singing on balconies with each other, and it's very cute. So you like to see that.
There was that video of the guys like hitting a tennis ball between balconies as well. That was cute.
That was
I feel
cute
like
too.
that's a little counterintuitive, right? Because you could exchange the virus via the ball.
Well, they lost the ball at the end of the video, so like
that is true.
It was probably for the best. But anyways, it's very cute. I don't know how Italy is doing. I don't know if they're doing better. But I know some places are, which is cool.
I know they got a lot of aid recently, which is good. I know South Korea has had more cures of the coronavirus than more cases. As of like 3 days ago.
Yeah, we take
so
that.
Their situation's improving. Italy, I think their deaths have slowed down. Maybe I don't want to say anything that I don't know for certain.
Yeah. I will say my favorite thing to come out of this though is on Twitter a lot of people are just like putting random songs in there. Like I saw one today of like people in Italy on balconies sing Chief Keef Love Sosa together, and they just kind of like they just took the video and then changed the audio to that like a Love or a Chief Keef concert. And it's great. And I've been seeing that for a lot of things recently. And some of them just don't even make any sense. Like, one of them was in Hereditary. There's a scene where, like, the mom, like, scolds her son, and someone just put that audio in there, and then people were like, wow, that's so crazy. How did they all know it?
Jesus Christ, dude. Is Chief Keef like a meme right now?
No, Chief Keef is alive. I know that for sure.
I didn't even. I honestly, if you put it on a Chief Keef song and just didn't, and you were like, "Hey, what artist is this?" I would not be able to tell you, even with a gun to my head.
Yeah, I can only tell you love Sosa. That's really it.
Fair enough.
No, not to discredit Chief Keef. I'm sure he makes great music. Actually, I really don't know if I can even say that, but
I was gonna like, can you say that for certain?
There's some artists where I'm like, hey, they're doing it, like they're trying, and that's good for them and people who listen to them, but it's definitely just not for me.
I mean, like
this Chief
Keef guy.
What guy?
That's Chief Keef.
Is it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, like I said, like I really couldn't tell you what this man's looks like.
No, Chief Keef is but a memory at this point to me. Chief Keef was popular in like middle school, and then he was a feature on like one of Uzi's new songs, and I was like, who the fuck is this? And it was fucking Chief Keef. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll take it. It's whatever. He wasn't bad. He's just kind of there.
Okay, so what I guess why he's been talked about recently is because he was arrested in Mexico.
Oh, good.
But I guess as of an hour ago, he was reportedly released from police custody in Mexico. So that's some hot news on the go for you.
Hot off the presses, baby. Breaking news. Can I get the breaking news siren? It'll play in, maybe. I don't know. But, that's cool, I guess. I guess. So I don't know what the fuck Chief Keef is doing to benefit the world. Like, he's got money. It's cool. He smokes. It's cool.
I mean, okay, like, well, that's a pretty big claim. Like, what are other rappers doing for the world, friend?
Exactly. I don't know. I know some people donate. That's cool.
Lil Uzi's saving the world.
Lil Uzi is saving the world one vibe at a time, I would argue.
God, did we ever talk about Lil Uzi's new album on the podcast? Because I would like to take a quick break to talk about that.
All right, here's a word from our sponsor, Robert Nafrio.
All right, so Lil Uzi dropped Eternal Tape on, like, what was it, Friday?
No, it was on, like, a Tuesday.
No, okay, yes. It was, like, a week ago on the Tuesday. It was a great album, actually. Like, really good. And I wasn't expecting him to drop it till the, like, what was it, the 13th that he was going to drop it?
Mm-hmm.
And then he went and dropped a fucking part 2. And he basically dropped 2 albums, and they're all bangers. I recommend it. Lil Uzi's the vibe right now.
I'll be honest.
What's up?
There are a lot of songs on both of those albums that I just can't stand.
You know,
like I hate to say like yeah, there's some bangers. I will not deny that, but if I ever hear pop again, I'm gonna say some crass, but I'd be very upset. It's just such an awful song.
It really, it's not good. But you know what? At least Futsal Shuffle is still out there.
Dude, fuck Futsal Shuffle. I hate Futsal Shuffle. I cannot stand the instrumental to Futsal Shuffle. It's so fucking aggravating. Like, I constantly feel like I'm having a stroke whenever I hear it. Like, and I can't do anything about it.
Facts.
I don't know.
Right.
There's a few other songs.
But still a great album. There's a lot of great songs on there.
Baby Pluto slaps. Silly Watch slaps.
P2 slaps.
I'm Sorry. P2.
Low Main.
Low Main's okay.
That Way's alright.
I don't know. This
Homecoming.
I haven't listened to all of the part 2 yet. I know Bean is good, but basically, like, any song off Uzi's album was good when you're inebriated.
All right, that is fair, but I just wanted to shout out Uzi's new album because my man dropped it with Corona kicking around like the man he is.
True. I mean, he's the GOAT.
There's other artists that are like putting their drops on hold. Like I know Cardi B, I think, isn't releasing her. I think it's a new album or a new song or whatever because of this.
Yeah, to be fair, a lot of things are getting suspended. Like a lot of movies are stopping production too.
I mean, that makes sense, but it's like I feel like people will listen to your music more because they're home.
Yeah, that one's kind of odd. I mean, I guess if it's like, if you still need to finish the album and you need to go to the studio, I guess that can be a little
right.
spooky.
I didn't think about it like that, actually. For some reason, I'm like, they're sitting on it and they just don't want to drop it because they're worried that they're going to be like swept under because of the coronavirus. But you know what? That makes sense, Dan.
I mean, in terms of that, it makes sense too. Like, you kind of want your whatever you're going to release to be kind of like hyped up and talked about. And when nothing is being talked about other than Corona, it's kind of hard to get excited about it. You know what I mean?
That's definitely, yeah.
But I do get what you mean. I get what you mean. But
it's also St. Patrick's Day. If you didn't know that, that just occurred
today?
to me. Yeah.
Oh.
You Irish, Dan?
No. So the only thing significant about St. Patrick's Day was like in elementary school when the teacher would like throw stuff around the room and be like, "Oh, the leprechaun came into class," and you'd walk in and you'd be like, "Oh my God, there's green footprints on the ground," as if like leprechauns just fucking dip their feet in green paint and just run around the room. But like you wouldn't know, you're a kid. It's fine.
Fair.
Don't worry about it.
I guess I'm Irish, so like, does this mean I have to like drink alcohol today? Is that the requirement?
Got to get drunk on Tuesday, I think. I think there's no other way.
It hasn't stopped me before.
I know. That's fine. Time is but a concept, a man-made concept. It doesn't affect you. You are your own father time.
I mean, at this point I am. It's not like I'm bound to a school schedule because guess what else the coronavirus has done? Made all my classes go to online.
Oh my God. All right. Now I have a story about online classes. You know me. I don't go to college and that's fine. I didn't see the fit for me, so I was like, that's fine. But that's not stopping me from joining in my friend Benjamin's math class every chance I get.
Can you please explain how this even happened, please?
Okay, so it's an online class and it's essentially you get in like a conference call, like a giant Skype call, but it's not through Skype, it's through something specific. And you put your name in, you get in, you can talk, you can just sit there and watch, or you can chat with people in the chat room. And Ben was like, yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I got to do my math class. And it's like, yo, get me in there. And he's like, do you really want in? So he gave me the link. My name was Fred Stevenson. And my other friend joined in. He was Orville. I think he was Orville Redenbacher. They never said anything, which was great. And we sat in the class and it was a great time. I learned about graphing fractions. It was great.
Hell yeah.
I learned so much and I didn't have to pay for anything.
Now, because you're saying that Ben's University is going to hunt you down and force you to pay tuition.
Could you imagine? I get fucking like tracked. They find my IP and they just send me a bill.
That would, that'd be our corporate school system.
That would be. Like, hey, no free education here, you dumbass.
I mean, hey, at least you guys weren't, like, trolling the class, though, and taking away from other people's, like, experience in the classroom. So that's good for you.
No, we were just messing around a little bit.
You should have answered some questions. You gave out right answers, though.
Oh, we did.
It's fantastic.
Oh, no, because like, the stuff they were doing is, like, pretty easy to grasp. So it was very easy to find an answer. And it's just, like, nobody wanted to type. So I was just like, X equals 4. And she's like, that is right. Thank you, Fred. And I was like, you got it. You got it.
She's like, oh, I should give Fred a bonus point for participation today. She's like, wait, Fred? Where is he not on my roster? She's like, I gotta find his email.
Fucking roster, as if it's like a fucking like sports team.
No, that's how you describe. That's how you say the people in your class.
Really,
roster.
you called a roster? Huh? I thought you just called it the class.
Nope.
You would know better than me, so I will take your word for it.
Haha, yes, Dad, because I am in the rosters.
This is you. You were the leadoff hitter for Mrs. Stevenson's English major class. That's you. And it'll always
English
be
major league class, thank you.
No problem. I'm just trying to help you, man. I'm just like, I have your back. You know that.
Can I have it back, please? I was wondering where it went.
If any of my friends said, hey, I need a kidney, I would not hesitate to give him a kidney.
All right, actually, I'm glad you said that because I read a very interesting debate for the U.S. and it was, should we be able to, should you be able to donate your kidney for money legally in the U.S.?
Yes, 100%.
I 100% agree. I know we've talked about this before. But, you know, it kind of occurred to me that, like, we dead ass, the only reason why we can't do that is just because the U.S. is like, nah, we want a black market on organs, so, like, no money involved.
They're like, yeah, like, I know, like, we could just pay people for, like, their organs they don't, like, need, but, I mean, we can just go on the black market up the price by, like, 10%, and I mean, hey, profit is profit, baby.
Exactly. But the point is, I agree. I would sell my kidney in a heartbeat, actually. We've talked about it for the podcast, didn't we? How much does a kidney sell for?
Kidney is, I think, in the 20K range. Between 20 and 50K, I think. I know... I found this out, actually, Saturday, that you can live with... like, if you were able to get rid of some of your large intestine, like, if you want to get rid of, say, like, 20 feet, you could still function as a human being. You would just digest a lot slower.
That's actually kind of interesting.
It's like when your large intestine gets to be only, like, because your large intestine is, like, 50 feet. If it gets to be, like, 20 feet, then you'll actually have, like, severe problems. But if I'm chilling with, like, 35, 40 feet, I'm still good. I'm good.
All right.
It's crazy.
All right. So logistically, according to this article in 2014, they're pricing kidneys at about $262,000.
Oh my god.
But that's like, apparently that's like these numbers that they're using is how they would, I think it's how much it would cost to like first have it removed and then the cost of it getting put back into someone else. So I don't know. I think it's like an inclusive cost.
Yeah.
But then you like the human skin, $10 an inch.
I saw that.
That's disgusting to think about, actually.
That's kind of useless, to be honest.
Hearts are obviously the most expensive.
How you figure?
Well,
do I need mine?
You kind of only get one of them, to be quite honest with you.
Well, like, what if I just Tony Stark it and I'm like, I don't need this, and I just put like a bunch of metal in my chest and maybe like a glow stick?
I think he still had a heart, Dan.
No, yeah. Wasn't it like he had shit in his, he had like metal in his heart, and then he was like,
yeah, but his heart still beat. That was just like a magnet thing to keep it from going into his bloodstream. I think. Anywho, so you would sell your kidney? Would you sell your kidney for $200K?
I'd give my kidney in a heartbeat for $200K, man.
I'd give my kidney for $50K, to be quite honest with you.
I'd give my kidney for $50, to be honest with you.
All right, maybe not that one.
I'd give my kidney for free. I don't want it. I hate this thing. It's just taking up space. I could put snacks there instead.
That actually made my like toes curl.
That's on
That's
you.
horrible. That's actually horrible.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You know, actually, can I say something? Speaking of things that are horrible, just to go back on Corona, fucking Avatar sequels have suspended filming in New Zealand because of it. And, you know, at this point, Avatar is going to come out. The second Avatar is going to come out when I have kids.
Garbage movie, who cares? There,
Shut up, you
Garbage
bitch.
Movie, I said it, who cares?
You know, we watched Avatar over the weekend, and it was glorious.
It was whatever.
You just don't like it because you know I like it.
Yep, that's the main reason. I'm like, Bobby has interest in it? No way. No way.
That's how it is, Dan. Don't deny it.
I think the movie's overrated, though. I'll be entirely honest with you.
Overrated. It's underrated.
Underrated by who? It's the second most grossing film.
It still slept the hell on.
That's not possible. That's like saying Endgame is slept on.
Tell me the last time you've heard people talk about Avatar besides me.
Because it came out in fucking 2009.
Exactly, but you still hear people talking about, like, fucking, I don't know, Tarantino movies.
No. Nobody does.
Alright, so I'm not going to have this debate currently, because that's a tree that I can bark up for a while.
Okay.
Long story short, I'm depressed because what if Avatar 2 doesn't come out until 2022 now? Because it was 2021, but now it's going to be 2022, and then 3's going to come out in 2023.
Bobby, it is going on 11 years. It's never coming. It's never coming out.
But the thing is, like, earlier in this year, they released it. They were like, you know what, Avatar 2, end of 2021. Avatar 3, end of 2023. Avatar 4, end of 2025. Avatar 5, end of 2027. Like, they planned it up till 5! Dude, 5 fucking films!
We were supposed to have an Avatar 2 back in, like, 2016 or 2014. They said it's coming out next year, and that was in, like, 2015. What year is it now, Bobby? Tell me, what year are we in?
Alright.
No, I want to hear what year we're in.
We're in 2020, Dan.
How many years has that been? 5?
But hear me out.
I'm ready.
It's a James Cameron film. Could you imagine how good it could be with all this time? To be fair, though, imagine how high my expectations are going to be going into this movie.
That's the thing.
Like you said, it's been like 11 fucking years. It better be worth 11 years of fucking waiting.
Well, that's my whole argument with it, is like, it's too much of a wait. Like, at this point, like, I'm not saying like, oh, don't release it, because like, a lot of work has gone into it, obviously. But it's the fact that, like, if you're taking this long to release a movie, it has got to be the greatest fucking sequel for anything to have ever happened.
You know, that's... because I don't want to agree with that, but at the same time, like, it makes a lot of sense. Because, like, the actors are dead-ass 10 years old there as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can slap on as much makeup as you want, and like, they'll look whatever age you want them to. It's just like, it's been so long. Like, people, like, it's still out there. Like, the first Avatar's there. It's a movie. You can watch it. I don't know. I've talked about Avatar enough. I've given my 2 cents well enough.
I respect that.
And I'm sorry we differ in opinions on Avatar.
It's okay. Well, another things we differ in opinions on. Did you hear that the NFL had some changes made, I think, concerning their season, what was it, like a week or so ago, I want to say, or a couple days ago? Mm-hmm. And I guess there are some changes, like they agreed on a 17-game season and expanded playoffs, whatever that means. Mm-hmm. But the real thing that I want to talk about now is that NFL players cannot be suspended for marijuana under this new policy that they're coming up with for it. And
Go. Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, like, it's crazy to me that like marijuana's been something that's banned for so long, seeing how it's not a performance enhancer by any means. Like, the majority of athletes that have retired are like, yeah, I had to like smoke before games or after games just to like numb the pain mostly and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. And so with this deal, it eliminates the possibility for players to be suspended because they tested positive.
Yeah. And sorry to cut you off, but now I'm like interested because there's a player named Josh Gordon who he was literally suspended for 2 whole seasons. Almost 3 actually, because like he wouldn't stop smoking weed, and so they just banned him the whole season like twice. And it's like, does he get any compensation for that, or they're like, oh, it's in the past, our bad?
I imagine it's like it's like depends on like where he like the legality of it is more than anything, like what state he's in.
That makes sense, actually.
What laws you have to abide by, but like, and of course, like it's a new thing. So like, I feel like he should be compensated, but at the same time, I wouldn't expect him to be. Mm-hmm. But I guess you can still be suspended for marijuana in the NFL, but it's citing it only under like extreme circumstances, like a fraudulent test.
Yeah.
Or like if doctors are like, yeah, dude, this guy is smoked out of the fucking room, like he can't function, and they're like, he needs to get off.
That makes sense. That's good, I guess. That's fine.
Yeah, and it goes back to what you said, like, you know, retired players are saying like it's, you know, they needed to numb the pain so they don't use like, you know, prescription painkillers and shit like that. So good on the NFL.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I always just feel so bad for people that like play a long career in the NFL and then have like really bad after effects. It's like I don't want to equivalent like the NFL to war, but it's kind of the same shit of they have everlasting effects from it. It's just shitty. And like a lot of people turn to weed to help with that. And actually for a lot of people it has helped them, so that's always good.
Speaking of football, did you how do you feel about Tom Brady leaving the Patriots?
Very interesting. That's the whole thing, is like no one knows where he's gonna go either. Like everyone was saying Tennessee, but Tennessee just signed somebody, and now I don't know. He's definitely the GOAT. I don't root for New England, but I imagine being a Patriot fan is like being on suicide watch at the moment. It's like the first time in like 16 years you don't like you're not guaranteed to almost make a Super Bowl.
I see. The thing is, I never knew enough about football or about Tom Brady's career in general to know like if he was that quintessential to the Patriots' success.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like if they, for their run where they had Brady, Belichick, if either one of them like wasn't there, it wouldn't work. But I guess it's going to be different to see who the Patriots get, and since Belichick's still going to be there, to my knowledge at this moment, like we'll see like. Can Belichick just do it with any QB, or was Tom Brady like the actual GOAT? I think he is. Like he's still fucking 6-time Super Bowl champ, bunch of MVPs, bunch of other accolades and shit. So I don't know. I wish him best of luck.
Interesting.
Yes, but I don't know. This isn't a sports cast, so.
No, I just wanted to ask, just because like I was like, oh shit. I thought he was retiring when I saw the headline, to be quite honest with you.
Dude's like 45 almost, still killing it. I don't know how you can be
Do you think he just doesn't get laid out of respect? Because I've seen some people get their fucking rocks kicked in, and I haven't seen many 45-year-olds take that well.
Well, to be fair, they've changed like how you have to tackle QBs. You can't like land on them and shit.
Really?
You have to kind of like just grab them and place them on the ground, essentially.
So, what? So was that rule put in for old man Brady, or what's up? Like,
it is for a lot of people. It's just like you can't, when you tackle, you can't like bring them to the ground with like your weight on top of them. You have to kind of like lean to the side. It's very odd and seems kind of uncomfortable for a lot of people, but it is for safety. So it's, at the end of the day, safety in the NFL is kind of number one priority when your whole, I guess, thing is hitting people.
I would like to go back to the 1980s NFL with minimal padding and watch a fucking 6'8", 290-pound person run a fucking bulldozer over somebody.
Oh, hey, I forgot you were around back then for the 1980s fucking NFL games.
Point being,
I know, I'm just
put me in, coach.
He's ready to play today.
Put me in, coach.
Oh God, I don't know, man. We could probably wrap it up here at this point.
All right, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. All right, folks, that has been the Frying Pan Podcast, episode 71. Thank you for tuning in, as always. We are on social media. The handle for both of those is the Frying Pan Pod, and our email is inthepanpodcast@gmail.com. We'd appreciate a follow, and if you have any business inquiries, you can send us over on our social medias and or our email. Thank you for tuning in on all these audio platforms as well. We appreciate that. If you could leave us a like or a comment or a star rating, that'd be much appreciated. We'd appreciate that.
It's 72,
folks,
by the way, not 71.
It's episode 72. And for the last time, folks, I've been Robert D'Onofrio. Thank you for tuning in to the Frying Pan Podcast. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Hopefully you all stay healthy.
Yeehaw. Yeehaw.
That was
Yeehaw.